Welcome back to you, baby dolls. I just came back from training legs. My legs are fried, but you know what's not fried? Our friendship. It's very fresh. Everybody in crypto thinks the 4-year cycle is free money. I say more like free friendship. Why do I say that? That's because when you have a market-wide consensus and it's so obvious and clear, then if it doesn't play out the way they expect, you know there is a lot of money to be made on the other side. Not by being bearish on crypto, but by leaving ammo on the side and waiting for these people to capitulate on the idea. There are so many more secrets to uncover. Everyone thinks it's free money. Why? Because it's worked 3 times before. How do you think bull traps are formed, friends? Because a lot of people, we can sit here and think about, oh, well, markets go up, markets go down. It doesn't tell the full story. What tells the full story is getting into the mind of every participant and trying to understand why they have this unshakable belief. What you're looking at right now is the first cycle of Bitcoin. This was no man's land. Nobody even knew if you had an inflation bug. Nobody knew it was going to work. And so the second cycle came. This was crossing the chasm of the technology adoption curve, which I've shown you before. And then we have the previous cycle now, cycle number 3. In each one, you have a Bitcoin halvening. In each one, you have a pump after the Bitcoin halvening. The 4-year cycle. We detached from the 4-year cycle in 2021 in terms of the mindset for the average market participant. And then what everybody came to believe was that Plan B stock to flow model would play out. Now I have the model here right for you, and I want to show you this as well. This is the modified one. This was, sorry, the original one. The original one got changed. I remember back in 2021, I said, man, wouldn't it be a cruel reality if the first model that was ever made by Plan B was the one that Bitcoin respected, which is the $50,000 price? Because in his ones later on, it was $100,000 and $180,000 price, and then ended up $200,000. Now, his next target's 450K. I say that's a bunch of bogus and baloney. I hope I'm wrong, by the way. I hope I'm wrong. It's just that, look, man, friends, you can't think of it like a scenario where you teleport and you're suddenly rich. Because look at what we've gone through in the past. What are you going to do if Bitcoin is $80,000 here? What are you going to do around this zone? Okay. You have to decide that for yourself. Do you do nothing? Do you say, no, I'm holding all of it all over again, even though there's signs of euphoria? So we don't know what the market's going to be doing to that point. So that's why it's super important just to be aware of what the market thought would work and what actually worked. So you have 3 times where these cycles repeated, and 3 times are also key lessons. You know, friends, every day I wake up and people want new coins. They want new coins. I want a new logo. I want, show me a new foundation. Oh, what's going on with this new layer 2 chain? They're all trash scams. Do you understand me? Because if you want to sit here and tell me that the 4-year cycle is playing out and that history is repeating, well, let me tell you the formula. Do you know what the formula is? You don't know the formula. Firstly, the formula is I'm going to play a groovy guitar beat. It's very groovy, by the way. Hope you enjoy it because it's going to crank. Look right here. The zombie virus year, 2020. Do you want to know what happened, friends? All of the coins that pumped, all of the narratives, all of the foundations that ended up being resurrected and then grifted on everybody, and all the founders who abandoned everyone, all that trash and that scamming, all the filth happened in the Bitcoin halvening year. Okay, the Bitcoin halvening year, for some reason, is some magical year where all the coins get made. They do the roadmaps. Everybody comes out and it dwarfs everybody in the year before. It really is. Now, why does it dwarf them? You got to think, because you and I sitting around playing in the sandbox, we don't impact anything right now. We're already long. You can't do much. So the new people that enter the future demand, who are going to come in 2024. I know you like coming. This is a family-friendly show. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Appreciate every single one of you. All those people who come in 2024, they are emotional money. These people who come in 2024, they're the ones who they don't want to sit on the limit orders and the bids. They don't want to wait for a 30% drop. They don't have the balls to. They don't even have the patience to. Okay? They only come when the candles are green. They don't believe in dips. You know, a dip to them is like minus 12%, minus 20%, right? So these people, they want to just start getting in now. So they all get funneled to new coins, new logos, new roadmaps, a new layer 2 chain, a new way of doing stuff, the new narratives, new yield, new gaming, new. Are these necessarily better? No, it doesn't matter. They're new. Okay? They're new and they're shiny. You want to know what's funny? I think it was Chris Rock in one of his stand-up skits. Now I have to make it family friendly. He basically says, new ladies always trumps old ladies. The new girl in your life always trumps the old one. And it was a very funny skit. And you know, when I heard it, like all these years later, whenever I just see crypto and new coin appear, I always think back to Chris Rock talking to a crowd and joking about it. I'm going, man, that's exactly how crypto goes. It doesn't even matter what the coin does. It doesn't matter the community. It doesn't matter the new people coming in, the emotional money. They want something that's new. There's a new chart, new possibilities. And how long can this run for? Well, it can't run forever because these people eventually get crushed and they eventually end up like the stock market world where you have the penny stocks, where the win rate is literally 1%, which is what we have now already in crypto, and we've already gotten there right now. But still, we won't give up. So that's what I'm waiting for. So even though there is a 4-year cycle playing out, it's probably going to get scammed at some point. Something's not going to go to plan whenever. It could be even 2024, friends. 2024 could be a trash sideways year. We don't know. But at the end of the day, I can tell you something. To get into the mindset of the emotional money, you have to get into the mindset of the founders and leaders who are trying to exploit them. And these people are trying to release coins and projects around when they traditionally enter. And that is the Bitcoin halvening year. So in a nutshell, what would you be doing your portfolio-wise? Still sitting on your hands. There's just nothing to do. There are stuff to look at and research. And we'll be doing more of that as the new year comes. But I promise you right now, friends, I was here in 2020, okay? Do you want to know, have you heard of a coin called Soylana? The one that Soy Bankman-Fried ended up buying and said, you know, it's going to go to the moon, etc. That came out in 2020, March 2020. They know what they're doing, friends. They're not stupid. All these big new projects, they're all the scam, VC, scum, venture money raising. They all know. They're here to grift. You know, the best example I can give you is Optimism and Arbitrum. You know, these are layer 2 decentralized, you know, fake decentralized governance coins for Ethereum City. And of course, I love Ethereum and everything's great with them. Just let me tell you the truth, okay? There are VCs in Optimism and there are VCs in Arbitrum. VCs, venture capital. They are the insider scum. They get in, they get to buy, they sell on a 2x while they pay for marketing, for exchanges, and they tell you these things are going to 100x. They've been caught many times. Everybody does it. They're all scum, okay? And they all, don't worry, you know your favorite influencers on YouTube? Yeah, they're doing it to me and you as well, okay? Because they're getting paid by the same funnels, the same channels. Now, Optimism and Arbitrum, what was fantastic was I was able to show their unlock schedules for the coins. And guess when their unlock schedules happens, friends? So something that's meant to be decentralized, we're meant to be neutral, not care about prices and money and stuff. That's what they say and they claim. Yet when I went and checked their schedule, right, which was released last year, I was like, wait a minute. This is quite fascinating how all your coins seem to get released in the Bitcoin halvening year. Golly gee. That's a bit of hypocrisy, isn't it? I thought you're not here for number go up. I think, you know, that's funny. They call, friends, in the Ethereum channels, they call me a price maxi. Yeah, I'm serious. I love that name. It's a price maxi. You just care about the price. Look, man, everybody who's in it for the tech who's still around, they fluked it, all right? They chose Ethereum, yet there are 100 other chains that never made it. Okay, so you're talking to lottery ticket winners. So they've trained themselves to believe that if you follow the tech, you win. But actually, no, because they couldn't have possibly known with 100% conviction that the way Ethereum went about things and Vitalik and his vision was going to develop trillions of dollars of value for the world. They don't know that. And how do I know that, friends? Well, Ethereum's going to get a third cycle curse and you're going to watch that change and they're going to get the spook of their lifetime. So as you can see, the 4-year cycle, well, people thought used to work, it might change in the future. Now it's the only thing they lean on. And that's why I'm telling you, there is enormous opportunity to fade the crowd when the time is right. You really have to disconnect yourself from what we thought would work and what's happening right now. Because right now in crypto, people get excited. They get freaking excited when they start partying naked. Interesting question here from Mr. California P. So Anthony, so Sir Downey. Downey has asked, knowing how much to chip off during the fade process is concerning me a little. Don't forget, brother. That is the $1 trillion question because everybody wants to do that. But let me tell you something. You never do it in full amounts. It's always a scale, all right? It's always a scale. And when you do it, you always commit to a period of time. You never say, okay, I'm all out. All right? You say, hey, I see Jim Cramer calling for $100,000 Bitcoin and it's only 50K. I see altcoins have just gone up 300%. I see a lot of meme coins and it might be still the news on Roca Negra. Okay, I'm seeing this. Everybody's excited, said it's going higher, but there's some warning signs. So all you do is you go, well, how about I just peel off 10%, see how that feels? 5 or 10%. You peel it off, you wait a weekly candle, and then you see how you go. Your job is not to perfectly pick this top and the bottom. You can't do that. But your job is to plan for the future. Because if you get spikes up, your job is to say, well, how would I feel if we're lower in 12 months and I didn't get out here? I'd feel really bad, really bad. Okay, so get something out. That's how you got to think about it. You don't think about it in terms of getting everything out at once. Don't forget, friends, there is a high chance in 12 months we all might be mega rich. But hey, it might also make us wait longer. Because one of my scenarios, remember everyone talking about the 4-year cycle? Yeah, the 4-year cycle can break two ways, friends. We might get a red Bitcoin halving year, or we get a Bitcoin halving year that goes up too much, and then it ends the cycle early. Both of these scenarios break the 4-year cycle. Okay, so now I'm bullish no matter what. If we get a red Bitcoin halving year, I'll be mega bullish for the next 2 years because everybody, all the weak hands, would have capitulated out. Don't forget, there is still good times coming ahead. Why? Well, I'll be taking out my babe to the mall and spoiling her. This kind of love. Look at this. Interesting. Also, notice the shoes, friends. Notice the shoes. You know, at some point, you just got to think, man. You got to think, friends. You got to think about how many people are in the game with us now. It's a moving target. It's morphing, all right? You really got to look at it from this angle because the industry's grown. There's more people. There's more money. Your $5,000 clip, back in 2017, your $5,000 clip was met with someone with 50K. All right, so you had 5K, your friend had 50K. Unfortunately, now, you know your little $5,000 clip? The guy on the next to you, you can see it on the blockchain, man. The guy next to you doesn't have 50K. He's got 5 million. He's got 1 million. You understand? The liquidity is so much bigger. You need exponentially more retailers to absorb it. So once you keep this in mind, you'll know that, hey, to get the bigger and bigger pushes we need going up, we need to see a lot more wider price action, consolidation, rinsing out. And so you're not going to miss anything if you decide to fade the crowd when euphoria does come. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you in the next one.